Here are 5 reasons not to get a crimson-bellied conure. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Parrot Teacher. I am David. In today's video we are discussing 5 reasons why you should not get a crimson-bellied conure. Crimson-bellied conures are becoming increasingly popular as pets. People love their coloration, love how cheeky and beautiful they are. However, they are very complex, and if you've explored any of my other crimson content, you will know they can be very challenging, even the softest, nicest ones. And I know there's going to be people out there saying, oh, my crimson's amazing, and yes, there will be really relaxed, calm crimsons out there. But from our experience and a lot of people's experiences, they can be challenging. So I want to give anyone who's thinking of getting themselves a crimson-bellied conure 5 reasons not to, so they can think, oh, okay, if I'm okay with all these reasons, they can get one. If not, they can think twice and be well prepared. Pickles has joined me for reason number 1. She's not crimson-bellied, by the way, as you can tell. She's green cheek, just in case you're new to the channel. So number 1 is they are very complex and sensitive little creatures. They're highly intelligent, and because of this, they are very complex with their needs. Crimson-bellies can be very reactive, they can be very sensitive to change and also new people, and that makes them difficult to handle for some people, because for what is obvious to the crimson, the human doesn't understand what's going on, and then naturally crimson starts biting them or has problems later on down the line with anxiety issues. So they are very complex and sensitive creatures, and I think this is across the board. Even with the nicest ones out there, they can be sensitive to all sorts of changes or sudden spooks or scares. Now, my second reason kind of leads on from this. They can be a little tougher for people to read when it comes to body language cues. I find other species of conure a lot more obvious with their behaviours, making them easier to read, whereas crimsons, they have some very obvious tells for their behaviour, but they're much quicker to exhibit and go from 0 to 100. Now, this can be very variable dependent on the individual parrot, because obviously they'll all have their individual experiences, but as a generality, crimsons go from I'm completely chill and relaxed to I'm going to bite your finger off much quicker than other parrots with much fewer signs. So it's something to keep in mind when you are considering a crimson belly. They could be completely chill having pets one moment, the next minute they could be trying to bite your finger, and you're going to have to get very good at reading their body language and their very subtle signs like feather position to avoid that sort of thing. Now, green cheeks, are you going to say hello again, Pickles, before scrambling off? Green cheeks are quite nibbly and bitey. You may have seen it in one of my other videos about them. Crimsons take this to another level. They have a much stronger beak than a green cheek as well, so it hurts a lot more when they decide to bite. They are very nibbly and explorative with their beaks. They will taste test everything, and that can include you. That can sometimes be completely innocently, other times it can be because they're cross at you, like in the previous point. So do expect to get nipped, and do expect them to draw blood occasionally. You can work on this, you can do all sorts of things like soft targeting and training, but it is kind of going to be something that's going to happen at least once in a while, especially with their sensitive natures. If you're very reactive or you find this very stressful, then this is something I would highly recommend dwelling on and thinking about in more depth, because obviously if they are going to bite you and you can't handle that, it's going to create major problems for you. This is reinforcing an earlier point, number 4, and that's that you don't want to go up there. Okay, where do you want to go then? What do you want? I'm talking about crimson, I'm playing with my green cheek here. Number 4 is crimsons are very highly strung. I talked about their sensitivity, but it can be next level for some. They can be just so reactive and so stressed at what seems like the littlest things. So you have to be like very aware of the environment, very on the ball with their body language to avoid problems, because if it keeps on occurring and they keep getting more and more stressed, you're going to start seeing undesirable behaviours, and you're going to start seeing real problems with the biting. Everything kind of fuels into this horrible toxic cycle. With this, you kind of avoid it by doing all of the usual stuff like watching their diet, making sure they get enough sleep, training with them, bonding with them, etc. But it is a major factor with a lot of them. And my 5th reason not to get a crimson-bellied conure is the commitment. Just like any parrot, these crimson-bellies can live for a very long time, up to 35 years. Because of their complex natures, that means you're going to have to invest a lot of time and effort, especially if you've got a solo bird. They're going to need a lot more from you. There's going to be the money aspect of it, toys, food, their enclosure, potentially vet bills, because that's something a lot of people don't think about. There's a lot of commitment involved, and again, dwell on this point, because if you feel like if you're younger, you're going off to uni, and your parents can't bother to look after it, it's going to go elsewhere, or you have a travelling lifestyle where you're out and about loads and you can't give it the attention, then I'd highly recommend considering another pet or skipping it until you settle down, because it will cause problems for them and it will cause problems for you. So do you guys have any experience with crimsons? Would you agree or disagree with these points? I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. But in the meantime, from me, Pickles and Scampy, who's just currently sat on the pillow, take care and see you later.